From now on, our semester is going to get a lot different. We've spent half the time so far talking about minerals, rocks, volcanoes, earthquakes, geologic time. But for the second half of the semester, we're going to focus on things that you've probably already heard about, but we're just going to focus on more details. So for this next module, for exam 3, we're going to cover things like our oceans, our atmosphere, and different forms of precipitation. Things you already know. We're just going to learn in more detail how they work, why, and some actual scientific terms. But for this video, we're going to focus on where the oceans and the continents are on our planet. If we wanted to just study the oceans on our planet, we would be called an oceanographer, because oceanography is the study of just different aspects of our oceans. And one of the things that makes Earth so unique is the fact that we're called the blue planet, because we're covered in so much blue water. And we see that 70% of Earth's surface is oceans and smaller seas, and that less than 30% are our continents and islands. So we are a majority water-based planet. But if we look at the differences between our northern and our southern hemisphere, we're going to notice that there are major differences between the land-water ratios. Because our northern hemisphere, shown in the upper part of this image, is majority land with a little bit of water. But our southern hemisphere, shown on the bottom, is the exact opposite. It's majority water with very little land outside of the South Pole/Antarctica. On our planet, we have 4 major ocean basins. And an ocean basin is kind of shaped like a cereal bowl, where it gets deeper in the middle. And you might have learned that we have 5 major oceans, but we only have 4 major ocean basins. Because if we're looking at the shape of the bottom of our oceans, we can combine the Arctic and the Southern Oceans together. So our 4 main ocean basins are the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, and then Arctic/Southern. And our Pacific Ocean is the largest. It's also the deepest, where it's about 2.5 miles deep from the surface of the water down to the seafloor. The next largest is the Atlantic Ocean, where we live, or at least close to, and it's about half the size of the Pacific. Even smaller than the Atlantic is our Indian Ocean. And then finally, our Arctic Southern Ocean is only about 7% of the Pacific. Overall, it's fairly small compared to the other 3.